Divine Rising. My name is James Patterson, and I'm one of the co-founders at Atlanta Professional Mobile Notary Services. So we provide, general notary work, courier services, fingerprinting. We do permit running. We also do title search, GIS, web design. So we got some other services that we provide as well. And it's just been an honor to really serve the metro Atlanta area. And so we're actually expanding into some other states along the southeast as well. So, and it's just been a great journey. It's been an honor to really serve the community. We just had our ribbon cutting ceremony at the Gwinnett County Chamber of Commerce Monday. So that was just a blessing. Just want to take time on behalf of myself and my co-founder Aisha Graham for everyone who came out to our ribbon cutting ceremony. It was just amazing. We had a lot of other entrepreneurs in the community as well as members from the Chamber of Commerce. Our families came, and so it was just an honor to have that experience Monday. So it was actually about 2 days ago. And shout out to my frat brother Khalil Johnson for coming. He conducted photography for us, and so we got some great photos. And so we'll be posting that on our social media, and possibly even adding some of those photos to our gallery on our website. And so we have another function of our business called the Atlanta Notary Academy. And so we've been getting a lot of questions. We get questions all the time on how do I become a notary, and it's not just based in the state of Georgia. You can be in any county in Georgia, but if you're in other states too, and you actually want to sit down and have a consultation with us on how you can become a notary public, and if you really want training on how to become a professional notary public, and how to really set up your business, how to conduct signings, and just general notary work, you can actually set up a consultation with us as well. We do 30-minute consultations, and we also do 1 hour long consultations. And so we would love to be a part of your journey and just really help you in that endeavor. And so if you haven't been to the website, it's www.atlantaNotarys.com, and you can go look at all that information. If you hit book online, you can see all the services that we offer, including consultations. And if you're a new notary or even have been a notary for some time and you would like to join our team, like I said, we're a notary signing agency as well, so you don't have to be based in Atlanta. We really are looking to grow our Atlanta team because we cover the whole metro Atlanta area. So we we cover a lot of ground, and so we really look forward to adding people to our team. So you can go to our website again, www.atlantaNotarys.com, and when you go there, if you look at the right on the top right, there's tabs. You can click join our team. There's a brief survey. It can take you as quick as 60 seconds to just really fill it out. And then we'll add you to our database. And then when we have notary appointments in your area, we'll reach out to you and see if you have the time to professionally conduct the notary appointment for us. And we always follow with our clients to make sure, just to get feedback and see how it went. One of the biggest things that notaries have been critiqued on is professional dress. And so I'm actually a professor of career and professional development at Clayton State University. And so I've been there for some time, and I consistently invest in my own professional development. And that's why I really love the course, because I'm not just someone that's teaching it. I'm a practitioner of it myself, and I'm also a student of life, and I'm constantly investing in my continuing education as well. So I really encourage you to do that, and that's one of the things that the purpose of this video today is. In a few minutes, we're going to really get into the importance of having a notary journal, a notarial journal. Okay, and so here's my notarial journal, and it has your name written across it, and yeah, it's really cool. The Modern Journal of Notarial Events. Okay, so we'll talk about this here shortly. And so another cool thing this week, going back to training notaries, is my father recently joined our team. And as a child, like, the coolest thing is to go to work with your dad, with your parents in general. But I don't know, as a child, most of us want to go to work with our dad and just see what it's like. And so it's just really cool. As a child, my dad definitely took us to work with him, and it was just really an awesome experience. And then now, as an adult, like my dad runs his own company as well. He's in the trucking industry, and so he manages, he does 18 wheelers as well as box trucks. And so it was just really cool because he deals with a lot of contracting and things. And so just to have him come with me, and I had a crazy day yesterday. So it was really early, took care of the family. And that's one of the things I really love about this business. Like, you can set your own hours, and you can have multiple streams of income as well too. So if you have other skill sets and talents, you still have the freedom to do that. You just keep an appointment, a calendar with your appointments, and you can really set your time and make your own schedule. And so my first appointment yesterday was at 9:50, and prior to that, one of the things that we've been really notarizing a lot lately is residency affidavits, because school is starting. And so, if you recently just moved into an area, and you're enrolling your child into a school, and maybe you don't have a lease agreement because you're not actually the tenant. Maybe your friend or father or mother or cousin owns or rents the apartment, and you are a resident there, and so is your child. Residency affidavit is a common form that we see around this time. And so, literally before before my nine before 8 o'clock, by 8:30, I had at least 10 calls yesterday. And so I was like changing the battery out on my car, and which only takes a few minutes, really, like maybe 10 minutes. And my phone was just blowing up to the point where I had to like leave it and just leave the old battery in and change my clothes and then like go take care of notary appointments. And so my dad was with me all day, on my notary appointments, and he's in training. So it was just a great experience to just show him the business and show him all the good work we're doing in the community. And again, when we first started our company, we were looking to help people with estate planning. That's one of my expertise, and so I'm an expert on air property, and so I learned a lot about property laws and policies. I'm actually getting my PhD in public policy, and so it's something that I'm really passionate about. And in learning that there's like, you know affidavits that you can utilize to clear title, instead of having to go through like the probate process, which can be time consuming and expensive. It's just really an honor. But there's so much more that we've helped people with, whether it's health care, different healthcare advisories, or just dealing with real life stuff. There's just so many things that we've business, real estate. There's just so many everyday life events, and they're very essential to people that we've helped with. It's just been truly an honor to serve the community. Yesterday, one of my clients was crying in tears, and I was actually printing off some documents for the client, and the client was telling my father, he just went into tears and was telling my father how appreciative he was for me and my professionalism in helping them with the issue that they were having. Will resolve the issue that they came to us to help with. And it just meant a lot to my father. My father was just giving me love and just telling me how proud he was of me for being able to have this positive effect on everybody. And part of it is understanding people. I got my master's degree in rural sociology, so I do understand human behavior and like the science of just uh, working with people and just having that positive impact on people. But that doesn't mean everyone's always going to be receptive to it, and is always going to respond to it just as positive as you are. But in general, the world will do that, and so people in general will. And it's just a blessing and an honor to just have to be a blessing to others, and in doing so, you'll always be blessed. That's one of our mottos. So we find strength in knowing that we're making the world a better place. And so it's just an honor for my father to have seen that and also be able to get hands-on training with us, as we go out into the community and serve. So that was just a really cool experience that I wanted to share with you all. And so my father was also, really had a hands-on experience with the Notarial Journal. and was at the ribbon cutting ceremony as well too. So it was just an honor. Okay, so notarial journals. Okay, notarial journals are not mandatory in the state of Georgia. They are recommended. And one of the things that I really encourage you, if you're going to be a notary, um, whether it's full time or if you're going to make it part time, and whatever you choose to do, just in general as a notary public, I would know the state laws. If you want to educate, if you want to elevate, you got to educate yourself. Okay, so it's really important to find a good advisor, a good coach, a good place to learn from, a good person to learn from. And okay, so we are a resource to you if you want to reach out to us and tap into the Atlanta Notary Academy. Continue to watch our YouTube channel. Feel free to set up a consultation, and we'll continue. We're going to be continuously releasing videos to help you. Another thing I would suggest that you do is become a member of the National Notary Association, and I'll explain why soon. So, your notary journal it records the notarial acts that you perform as a notary. Okay, the reason why it's highly recommended in the state of Georgia, and typically a lot of states, most states would recommend that you have it. I can't remember. There's a map that'll tell you what states it is mandatory and is required in versus the states that it's recommended in. But the reason why it's highly recommended is it records every notarial event or act that you perform as a notary. And what that does is it provides proof that people appeared in front of you. Okay, when they appeared, when the notarial act was recorded and took place or occurred, the time, the form that was actually notarized, or forms, documents that were notarized, the person's name and address, the ID that the person presented to you, um, what form of ID it was, what the ID number is, the person's date of birth, and the expiration date of that ID, because it has to be a valid, typically government issue ID. Okay, and that information, is important because you have to check the person's ID, one, to make sure the person is who they say they are, and this is the person that is, authorized to fill out this form, or is supposed to be filling out the form, and then make sure that the ID is valid as well. Okay. So, and then you also allow that person to sign the notarial journal, and I'll let you see. I mean, I can't say how visible this is going to be, but you can also look up notarial journals, examples of it, and actually look at pages for yourself. You can use Google and just do a search. And it provides you proof that the notarial event actually occurs. So let's say a residency affidavit, a school calls you and says, "Hey, James," or "Hey, hey, Dave," whoever, whatever your name is. They reach out to you and say, "Hey, did Joe Dirt come to you and appear in front of you and present you with a residency affidavit? Did you notarize this form?" "Oh, yes. Give me a second. I'll go back and look at what day did it say, that notarial event occurred?" "Oh, it happened on August 4th. Give me 1 second. Let me go back and look in my notarial journal, and I'll, triple check or double check to make sure that actually occurred." You open up the book, you flip back to all your notarial acts that you performed on that day, and you can say, "Yeah, okay, yeah, Mr. Dirt, definitely presented themselves in front of me. It was 10:15 a.m., on August 4th, and I definitely notarized that document for them." Okay. If you are ever called into court, it also serves as proof because they might want to actually see your notarial journal. And it just shows that you weren't being negligent. It actually provides you with some support to say, "Hey, I was abiding by the law. I actually checked this person's ID. They presented me with a passport. Here was the passport number. Here's this person's date of birth. This is when a passport expired," or "here was their driver's license." It gives you support to say that you abided by the law of your state and you were not negligent, which will, and typically when I, like in my own training, I believe it was the NNA, the National Notary Association, that said this. But one of the videos, they have a lot of training videos, and so I really encourage you to become a member. I don't get any compensation for suggesting that you do this. I'm just telling you that as a member of the National Notary Association myself, it's provided me with a wealth of knowledge and information that has allowed me to continuously learn and educate and elevate and to serve the community as a professional notary public. If you become a member, you can also reach out to the NNA hotline. So if you need guidance when you're performing notarial acts, you can, ask the client, hey, give me a second. Let me reach out to, my team and ask this question and make sure that I give you the right answer before we move forward. Take 5 or 10 minutes. Call. You'll get a rep on the phone as long as it's during the hours of their operation, and you can ask that question and then reach back, into your client. Typically for us, it usually happens like a client will call with a question, and then I'll reach back, ask them, hey, give me about 10 or 15 minutes. Let me reach out to our team, our staff, and get some guidance on this, and then I'll reach back out to you with an answer. The NNA will send you, provide you documentation that they use to give you the answer as well. They'll email it to you, and then you can reach back out to your client and then give them an answer. So I really have enjoyed our membership at the NNA. It's paid for itself time and time again, and I just can't thank their staff enough. They're always super professional and pretty quick with answering the phone and providing you with an answer or some guidance. So again, it's been invaluable to us as notaries. And so the last thing that is going to happen is that the person is going to sign their name next to their information. And so, again, it's proof that they actually appeared in front of you. And so, one of the great things too, there's an NNA video by a NNA member who is a lawyer and a notary public, and he talks about 3 cases that every notary should know about. And in each of those 3 cases, the notaries were sued, or the companies that the notaries work for were sued, because the companies have more money than the notary typically. So in each of those cases, the notary or the company was liable because the notary notarized documents where the person who the document was notarized for they failed to personally appear in front of the notary. So if the person isn't there, if you read, like in the state of Georgia, most of the time we're notarizing affidavits, or even with real estate documents, you have to attest to the signature, meaning that the person has to personally appear in front of you. If that person does not personally appear in front of you and you notarize those documents, you improperly notarized it because you did not follow the state's laws and guidelines for notarizations, and now you are negligent and you are liable. As long as you follow the laws, then you have the support of the law and you're erring with caution, and you are professionally maintaining your oath of office and notarizing those documents. But when you do not abide by the state laws, that's when you step outside of the protection of the law, because you are breaking the law in notarizing those documents because you're not following the guidelines set out by the state as a notary. So I really encourage you, again, there's a lot of information out here. I know we have the Georgia Primer, which is a book that we bought from the NNA. And it gives a lot of guidance for notaries in the state of Georgia, and it's really important to have that information, because as long as you are well educated, you can really serve your clients well. So I really encourage you to, again, find some professional notaries who have been in the game for some time, use them as advisors, and really pick their brain. Join a notary network, whether it be local or statewide or nationwide, like the NNA. And even becoming a member of the NNA has just been invaluable again for us. I can't say that enough. It's just been a blessing to us in our careers and in our business. And again, the notary journals are not required in every state, but highly recommended. And as a notary myself, I recommend that you do this because, again, it provides you and your clients uh, with proof of the notarial act occurring, and it gives a lot of information on when it occurred. And I would really, I keep my notary journal with me at all times because you never know when you're going to get a call. But also, I'm always aware I keep it safe and I keep it secure because it has people's personal identifiable information in it, and that is really, really important that you protect it. Your clients, you're going to meet people who they need discretion, they need privacy, and so you're going to be notarizing documents that are really, really important to people, and part of that professionalism is that you keep this notarial journal safe and secure. Okay, yeah, my name is James Patterson. This is Atlanta Professional Notary Services. If you want to book with us or get more education from us at the Atlanta Notary Academy, feel free to go to our website, and all this information will be in the description. www.atlanta, Notarys, it's been an honor.com. It's been an honor to serve you.